Welcome to the third week of classes. Last week, we talked about the evolution of traditional media to new media with you class having your performance task na gumawa ng slideshow tungkol doon. And again, surprisingly, hindi ko alam kung assignment ba talaga yung pinapagawa ko o meron akong competition ng pagandahan ng gawa kasi ang gagaling niya talaga guys, ano? May marunong magpauton, merong talagang imagination mo ang limit, may poetic, merong ang gaganda na designs, may mga sinusobrahan ng input, nagre-research, nagbibigay ng mga additional information. So for that class, ay hands up at binibigyan ko kayo ng 5-star para dyan. Yay! So now, another week, another lesson, and also another module.
Week 3, Module 3, Media Conventions.
We wouldn't have media and information without expression. And that's what makes the freedom of speech important in MIL. But where did the idea of freedom of speech came from? Just like any other terms, free speech was first pioneered by the ancient Greeks as their democratic principle. The ancient Greek word pharhesia, meaning free speech or to speak candidly, so that term first appeared in the early Greek literature during the 5th century BC. So, yung Greece, di ba, meron siyang 5 major city-states such as the Athens, Sparta, the Corinth, the Delphi, and the Thebes. So, yung idea ng freedom of speech ay nagmula sa tinatawag na Athenian democratic principle. Meaning, sa Athens talaga nagsimula yung free speech. Here in the Philippines, we are practicing the freedom of speech, and it is stated in the Article 3, Section 4 of the 1987 Constitution, which states that no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of expression, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and petition the government for redress of grievances. Kaya kids, bilang mga kabataan na pag-asa ng bayan, know your right! Speak up! On the other hand, the First Amendment in the United States, so yun naman yung nag-guarantee sa kanila ng kanilang free speech. Although, just like other modern democracies, so they place certain limits on this freedom. Now, talk about limit. Actually, in the Australian Constitution, they don't explicitly protect the freedom of expression. However, the Australian High Court, they are imposing the freedom of political communication. Now, let me ask you one of the most debate question. Is freedom of speech absolute? Class, you must know that not all speech is protected. Okay, the question is, does your freedom of speech give you the right to offend? We can all say that freedom of speech is the fundamental building block to liberty, but obscenity, defamation, fraud, incitement, true threats, perjury, speech integral to already criminal conduct, libel, slander, pornography, right to privacy, fighting words, classified information, copyright violation, trade secrets, food labeling, non-disclosure agreements, and many more. Those are not protected by the freedom of speech. How can we be so sure that what we want to express might or might not offend anyone? So what's the point of freedom of speech then? Knowledge and empowerment is pretty much the point of free speech. Now let's hop on to the different conventions of media. So how films and TV shows are made. Okay, so TV shows, so basically we can classify it into scripted TV shows or unscripted TV shows. Actually, lahat naman ng TV shows ay may script. So, lahat naman yun naka-organize, lahat naman yun may nagna-narrate, lahat naman yun may concept plan. But when we say unscripted TV shows, those are shows without actors. Okay? So, mostly non-fiction. So, it can be any subject. So, from natural history, religion, and music to dating, so interior design, or learning a skill. So, yun yung sinatawag nating unscripted TV show. For examples, documentaries, so mga legal shows, competition, lifestyle, travel, so transformation or self-improvement, social experiment, and many more. Yun ay mga examples ng unscripted TV show. On the other hand, scripted TV shows naman yung mga series, movies, and mga commercials, yun naman yung mga scripted. Tayo, may mga kanya-kanya tayong sinusubaybayan, may mga kanya-kanya tayong movies or series na nahuhook, o kaya naman ano pang uri ng TV shows na lagi nating inaabangan. So, how does media creators achieve optimal success to attract their target audience? Okay, so we have number 1, representation, codes, conventions, genre, and formats. For the media aesthetics, so photographers and those media producers, so they have this the grammar of the camera, so yung mga iba't ibang basic camera angles and shots. For your third weekly task or performance task, you may choose between yung una nyong option is photography, depicting freedom of speech as a theme, or isang spoken word poetry using TikTok. Tapos, ang background music is yung Dahan-Dahan by Four of Spades, o kaya naman yung Panalo by Izemil. Kaya excited na ako sa performance task nyo ngayong week. So, that's it. So, do not forget to answer all your activities in Module 3 and give your best shot in your performance task. And lastly, pwede nyo akong isubscribe sa YouTube kung gusto nyo lang. See you next week. Have a nice week, brother.